Good morning. Happy Sunday. It is a Social Security Roundup. Today is Sunday the 17th, and I'm a little bit late today. That seems to be the standard these days on Sundays. My apologies, but I don't know if there's much that's going to change in the very near future. So this looks like it is from the 10th to the 16th, which was yesterday. As you know, last week's came out a couple days late. This one's going to come out on Sunday. It's just not going to be at the normal 12 o'clock, obviously, since it's now mid-afternoon. All right. So what did we have on the 10th? It was the 10th, right? Yes. We had, okay, it was episode 3 of a Q&A session, and we talked about things including listing approvals and diary dates, SSI versus SSDI back pay confusion, disability determination explanation records, and by the way, the short for that is the D, very important document, survivor and spousal benefit limits, disabled widows benefits, and DAC proof when old records are missing. DAC is disabled adult child. All right, now let me scooch back to the next one. My screen is all over the place. I don't know why. That was the 10th. On the 11th, this was episode 4 of the April 29th Q&A live stream. You know, the one we have every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. Please join. The major areas we covered were the DAC, disabled adult child proof before age 22, VA disability and SSDI, other issues when it comes to step 3 of the sequential evaluation process and the delays that seem to be going on there. People often say, I've been at step 3 forever. That's because it is the longest step. We'll talk about that a little bit. ALJ comments and denials based on your DLI, date last insured. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a little obsessed about DLIs and not wanting anyone to have one remotely in their back window. I want them all to be ahead of you, at least until you win your case. All right, so that was the 11th. The 12th, we had the next episode section of questions, which included broader areas of compassionate allowances, which is different from listings, guys, MRIs, dialysis. These are the things we touched on. Work absences, again, DAC evidence, disabled adult child. There's a lot of parents, I guess, unfortunately, that are seeking or have to seek DAC for their child. And the SSI payment timing. I think that was a gentleman or lady, I'm not sure, I don't remember, who was confused at the timing, wasn't when they expected it would be. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So that was the 12th. See what we got on the 3rd. I know I'm scrolling so slow, guys. This was the full live stream from that same date. So if you wanted to see the whole thing with all the pauses clipped out of it, one could. If you just want to Jones, put it on and just hear it in the background. See if anything is something that's going on with your case or loved one's case, which could be true whether you're a beneficiary or a claimant or someone considering possibly being one or the other in the near future. Yeah, that's when Sunday's Social Security Roundup for the prior week came out. A little belated as always, lately anyway. But we also put out the regular, which was episode 6 of the 429-26 Q&A session. And we talked about disability before the age of 22 questions. Online income, if you make some gig or income online, and how it's to be considered when you're dealing with SGA limits. And we talked a little bit about the rules based on age also, including age 50 versus age 55, transferability of skills. We touched on focusing problems, if you have problems with your focus and where that can be useful, a little bit about hearing prep, and that was it for that section. What day was that, guys? Was that the 14th, did I say? 15th was Red Friday Fraud Law Review. As you know, it's also our Red Friday for our deployed military service members, who we are incredibly grateful for all that they do for us now, before, and always, and how they cannot be at home like most of us can be with our families. And we totally appreciate and support everything they do. And then finally, yeah, that was the 15th. The 16th, I blew it. I must not have approved something to go out. Sorry. So we missed Saturday. All right. So all good. We will be better on track shortly, guys. It's just been a deluge of excitement around here. So we get a little off track with this. As you can see, I always try to catch up on my Sundays. So anyway, I hope to see you guys at the 12 p.m.'s pre-recorded every day and the 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday for the live stream. So feel free to join that. And if you have a question, you can just post it and it will be answered. If you don't have a question, just say hello so we know you're there. It's a very friendly, warm crowd. So I hope to see you there. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.